Hey there. So we're live with the New Game Plus 2021 showcase, and Isaac is here with me. I can't hear you, but I think you're there. Okay, quite a few new games, at least games that I'm not aware of. Okay, let me see, maybe the audio of the stream is way too loud. Can you say something now? Nope, I don't hear you.
NGPX.
皆さんこんにちは。グラスホッパーの須田です。すみません、ちょっと仕事に夢中になってました。
I think now it could work.
すぐ始まります。
Did you click something by accident?
ここに呼んでいただき
No, the output, yeah, it's complicated. Yeah, it's a different setup than usually.
Yeah, all those games were ones that have either already released or already been announced.
Yeah, and the Silver Case collection for Switch, I think it was announced as well.
そして
Yes.
日本の
I seem to remember something about it anyway.
ゲームになります。
But yeah,
Is the audio quality better now with that microphone?
家庭用のテレビ
Yes.
ハンドル
Oh, cool.
どちらでもいいんですけども、ハンドヘルで遊ぶまたこのシルバー事件、
So it was worth the confusion at the beginning.
皆さん注目してください。まあこのシルバー事件というゲームやはり
Yeah, Silver Case, I played the first game on PS4 for a bit. It gets a little bit tedious. It didn't age that well.
yeah. I've heard some mixed things about the game. Like a lot of the writing seems a bit
映像表現もチャレンジしました。
hit or miss,
実写も
really.
使いました
Yeah.
も使いましたし、まあ本当にあ
But
ら
yeah,
ゆる
I'll have to play it eventually.
使ってでもゲームっていうものは作れるということで、シナリオというものを紡いでいけるということを
It doesn't feel like 1080p 60, but yeah, I think the text is sharp, so I think the quality setting is correct.
I think it's just his stream, yeah.
ゲーム
Yeah.
Like his camera.
That kind.
Yeah.
なんていうんだろう、デザイン的にもすごく新鮮
We
な
can see all the
デザイン
pixels around.
す
He's
ご
not
く
cut out so great.
なんていうんですかね。
Is there any game you're expecting to see that you're looking forward to?
So
いけるんじゃないかな
I don't remember most of what happened last year, but last year Nisa announced that East 9 was getting an English release.
ストーリーも自分
So they might have, they're here again this time, so they might have
場合に
something,
よってはすごく予言的だっていうふうに言ってもらうこともあるん
but
ですよ
I'm not really sure what to expect.
そして続編の25部っていうのは
I think Nisa will have at least one announcement for sure.
のオリジナルの方に出てきた
Yeah, they're part of it, so they should.
Yeah.
Natsume as well.
新しい競
Yeah, I don't really know what they'll have because Harvest Moon One World is actually out in America already and comes out tomorrow, I think, in Europe.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what else they work on now, so
その時代にしか
The second world.
かけたと思いますそして
I think there's a season pass, so maybe they'll show something for that. But
Arc System Works is also participating.
yeah, I don't know what to expect from them. They announced last night that Guilty Gear Strive was getting delayed, so I think they had a dungeon crawler game that was like a port of a PS2 game that came out recently. I think it's already out, but yeah, like Axis being different from that's what always gets me. Axis and Arc System Works being two completely different companies. So Arc System Works, I don't know what they'll announce, but Axis Games will probably have something. I just don't remember how much they announced last time, so like as in general, I don't remember many announcements aside from like East 9.
Yeah, and Spike Chunsoft is also participating. Way Forward, Grasshopper, Gung Ho, Koei Tecmo, Idea Factory.
Like, I'd imagine there'll at least be some announcements, but I'm assuming some of them will be like this, where it's like stuff that's already announced or might like that initial like thing was games like that had either already been announced or like literally already have been released. But I suppose for East 9 specific, yeah. Speaking of East 9, I think Nisa might announce release dates for that for Switch and PC because it's only out on PS4 right now. So I guess since they showed it, that might turn up. But yeah, they're spending a lot of time on the silver case, which is really weird.
そういえば皆さんに一つ言い忘れたことがあります。
So is that actually the collection of the two games, or is it a new game?
It's the two games being sold as like one thing on Switch.
Dive into a dark world of mystery and intrigue with the Silver Case 2425. Experience Suda 51.
After Cyberpunk 2077, they decided to put a number, a year number.
Unless it does have something new in it.
A great thank you to Suda 51 for jump-starting the second ever New Game Plus Expo, a presentation of exciting announcements and updates from video game publishers around the world. With a wide range of games to explore, you won't want to miss all that's coming up.
Yeah,
Stay
so it's just a
tuned for more
collection
after the showcase
with a
new Game
confusing
Plus
name.
Expo
Well, it's not
live
confusing,
stream,
but it's like
gameplay demos, and special
surely there's a
offers from
simpler name they could have
participating
used. I forgot who's doing the voiceover for this year's event.
I will tell you in a second. I forgot as well.
Yeah.
It is Pro ZD.
That's it. Yeah.
Shangwon Cho.
Yeah. I should.
Sangwon Cho. Sorry.
It just sounds slightly different than this. This is final thingy. Mary Skelter final.
Which is out in Japan already.
Finale. Yeah, I think it came out in Japan last year. Thing is, this got leaked for being for getting a PS4 release. I think I saw an American box for it, but the second game didn't get a PS4 release. So I don't know. I completely forgot that this might be getting announced. But it would be kind of weird if it got a PS4 release, considering there's like a missing game. I mean, technically the first game didn't get released on PS4, but it came out on Vita, so...
Maybe they're announcing it right now. After this.
Well, here's the thing. Mario Skelter 2 didn't get released on PS4 because they basically ran into some issues with Sony, because it was during the time where Sony was being a bit weird when it came to like sort of like fan servicey games and stuff. So they had to patch it in certain regions, which kind of broke the game on PS4.
London, New Year's
So
Eve,
basically it didn't release on PS4 in English, but it technically does have a PS4 release elsewhere. But like, I can't see them releasing it. Oh, that's really weird.
Yeah.
They are releasing it on... What? That doesn't make any sense. Maybe they've toned it down? Like, I don't...
London 1999.
I don't know.
Part of the door-kicking, gang-busting crime.
That was short for Rico London.
And crime lords in Rico London.
A lot of platforms. I don't know. Not much gameplay.
Will you watch
Another
Twitch
retro
version?
FPS. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll switch to that because I think the YouTube one's slightly behind. Yeah. Switch to Twitch now. Yep, this is indeed a retro FPS.
Explore an abandoned spaceship as you fight off unforgiving hordes of aliens
This is a
in this
PM
brutal,
Studios announcement.
retro-inspired, fast-paced first-person shooter. Exophobia launches October 5th for all consoles.
I wonder about the new gen enhancements here.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's just possibly like 4K 120 FPS. Yeah.
Probably full HD and 120 FPS or 4K, right? Not both.
I'd imagine it could, like, since it's like it's obviously not going to be that demanding. I'd say it could probably be both. It's something I've seen with some other games, like I'm pretty sure Crosscode on the Series X can be 120 at 4K. So,
wow, okay, I didn't know that.
well, it's like 2D games and like like less intensive ones should be able to do both. I'd imagine on Series S, it's not, but yeah. I'll have to have a look, but yeah, it should be able to do both. But like any of like the less intensive games, anyway.
Yeah, sure.
But I think 120 is only really going to matter for like those sorts of games in the first place, anyway, because they're the only ones that'll be able to hit that like at a consistent frame rate resolution, anyway. But yeah, so I guess Arc System Works is just going to be showing some Guilty Gear gameplay.
So that's the delayed game?
Yes, it was supposed to come out next month, and it's got delayed till June.
So at least the trailer's new, probably.
Yeah, the trailers are new. The characters had already been announced, but I'm pretty sure both of these gameplay reveals are new. Maybe? I'm actually not sure if this one's... I think this one might actually be... No, I think this one is new as well. But yeah, so... It's because they had an open beta recently and they're trying to work on a few things. Yeah, there's the new release date, which was already announced, but yeah.
Some last minute bugs they found.
Well, it's a lot of people aren't happy with the way online is handled. So like, actually, when you're in a match, the online is amazing, but like the lobby system and the server stability is kind of a mess right now. So basically, the game went down for like nearly 2 days.
They should have done the beta maybe more sooner than that.
Well, this was they had a closed beta as well, but yeah, like I think they might be reworking the lobby system because it's a bit clunky right now. I can't remember if this game got announced for English release already.
I haven't seen it before.
I've seen it, but I can't remember if it was Japan only before now. Basically, just a remastered Pocky and Rocky, which looks pretty nice. Like, at least they like stuck with some nice looking sprite work instead of trying to like go with a more bland style that ends up happening sometimes for games like this. It looks nicer than the Asa and Monster World game.
I haven't seen that.
It's a remake of Wonder Boy 4, I think, but with kind of bland 3D. Like, this looks way nicer.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah.
Don't miss out on the continuing adventures of Pocky and
Logo's kind of ugly, but the actual
Yeah,
game stuff
definitely.
looks fine.
in the fall of 2021.
So yeah, no release date, but I can't remember if this is out in Japan as well. But yeah, I forgot
How
Natsume
about
was
that? We're only
Wait,
about a
was
third of the
Natsume?
way into the presentation, but the hype is at 100.
a third. Shouldn't we be like a quarter through? If it's an hour long, unless it's not an hour long. This game is something that I don't think's been announced yet. Oh, and is this? I see slimes and stuff. I'm like, I've seen another game that's had slimes in it, but I don't think it's the same one.
It's not Terraria 2.
Well, this it's not Alchemia. No. I just remember some game that looks similar to this. Alchemic Cutie, that's the one.
Relaxing RPG. Manage your farm.
Oh, exclusive for Xbox Series X and S.
And uncover the secrets of the island when
Can't play that one.
July 27th, first on Xbox.
first. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I guess they got some money. Well, it was already announced for a Steam release and stuff, so... And this game came out today.
Looks a lot like Zero Escape.
Yeah, it's like a Mafia werewolf style game, so like, you got some imposters and stuff that you have to root out. But it's like, got like a time loop thing going for it, so you basically keep doing more and more loops, and there's an overarching story from what I know. So it's got a bit of a weird setup, because it has like RPG elements and stuff too, so... It definitely seems like a game to play if you like Zero Escape though.
Yeah, the art is nice as well.
Yeah, and no voice acting in it. Not Japanese or otherwise. Funnily enough, the devs released this originally in Japan on the Vita in 2019. And they basically did it so that it would get more attention by being a Vita release that late. And it worked out for them, and they got ported to Switch, and that's the version that came out in English today. Definitely seems interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's like £20 or something?
Test your social deduction skills against a cast of eclectic characters.
March 4th.
Will you
Okay,
be able
it's
to
already out.
identify the Gnosia among them, or will you be eliminated? Experience a unique narrative spin blended.
Yeah, Switch only in English. I could see getting a PC port at some point.
It's €25 here.
Yeah, I knew it was $25, which is why I was like, it could be like £22 or something here. Oh, hey, here's the really lazy port of Neptunia Rebirth that nobody wanted. I remember like I don't really follow too heavily on like Neptunia stuff, but I remember seeing a lot of people that were like really annoyed by this because the Japanese name made it sound like a new game, and it's like no, it's a remake of the first game, this game, or like an enhanced port of a remake of the first game. But yeah, it's can you guess that this is a PS5 game? It's like no. This does not look like a PS5 game at all.
But where do the textures lurk?
$4K!
Well, I was actually thinking we could play that with Parsec. You can stream to others and then give the controller, basically. I thought we could play this because we've been playing some Neptunia games. But I guess it's not that great. We will see.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Like, Rebirth, from what I played of it, which is the version that one's based on, that PS5 release, it was okay. It just, this version doesn't seem to have much new to it, so it's sort of like... And they're just going to sell it for full price again, I think.
Yeah.
This game seems interesting. They basically... It's like, it's got some weirdness going on with it, because they sort of, like, pulled the bait and switch with it, where it was announced as, like, a death game thing, kind of like Danganronpa, and then it turns out now it's not actually like that. And then they changed the actual game's name as well and stuff. Like, I think there's, like, some meta stuff going on with it. But yeah, it's by the Zero Escape and Danganronpa dudes. They work together on it.
A lot of Zero Escape stuff and a lot of PM studios.
Player reviews. It's like, you got any quotes from like reviews and things? Maybe.
For this game?
Yeah. It's just like it showed up like these two quotes, and it's like player reviews, and then they've shown nothing else for comments and stuff. So it doesn't really sound good.
Come on. Maya, come on, don't. Please. Give me a heartbeat, Maya. A heartbeat.
Maya is lost
That
in
was
a
a weird
strange
trailer.
world somewhere between reality
Yeah.
and imagination.
I think it's on
You'll use
PC
your
already?
observational skills and intelligence to solve
Yeah.
multiple puzzles to piece together the mystery of Maya's past. Figure out what dark secrets she has buried when Ever Forward launches June 29th for all consoles.
Yeah, the reviews are positive on Steam.
Yeah.
Just
It's
98.
Just yeah. It's just weird that it shows that. Game of the Year upcoming.
Become a veterinarian and take special care of these fluffy little friends in this new simulation game, Pups and Purrs Animal Hospital, pouncing on Nintendo Switch later this year.
Or we haven't got a Nintendogs on a similar game.
You could hire a simple moving van to transport your goods. Well, not anymore. Here in the 23rd century, we drive big honking tanks across New Pangaea. Intrigued? Welcome to your onboarding for the Fat Cat Shipping Company. Now, I won't lie to you. It's a challenge to keep one of our tanks running as you drive it. It's even harder to do both of those things while firing weaponry at our competitors. That's why our best drivers are handsomely rewarded by me, dashing industrialist and proud capitalist Phineas Fat Cat the 15th. You'll be given access to our company's most sophisticated vehicles, and you'll need them as you drive across scorched deserts, lush forests, and icy tundras. It's a vast world out there, and I sincerely doubt you'll ever have the same journey twice. Though difficult to master, the job is ultimately simple. Connect all of the tank's conveyor belts. Then, craft your ammunition by following the blueprints. Finally, enjoy the simple pleasure of watching your ammo roll down the conveyor belt to be fired at unsuspecting enemies. Congratulations, you've destroyed our competition and made me gobs of money in the process. Want to destroy rival tanks in the company of friends? Be my guest. You can crush our competition with up to 4 other drivers at once. Quite frankly, there are some jobs so tough you'll probably need the help. For instance, not every neighborhood is pleased to see tanks roll through. Some locals, like those testy broccoli chaps, might try and stop you. Do what you must to make
So it's Overcooked with RPG elements, maybe.
Life as a new courier for Phineas Fat
Looks more
Cat
like
the
puzzly-ish.
15th in New Pangaea won't be
But yeah,
easy.
it's definitely sort of that
Luckily
like
for
vibe
you,
to it.
you'll have a mammoth-sized tank when you go out on deliveries. Look for Connect Tank this summer.
Is this a game I think I saw it on Steam or something? I just remember thinking the visuals are really weird. I think it's just like a roguelite. Yeah, like the visual style is just really odd.
Yeah, seems a little bit off.
Yeah, I think it's like the sound effects on top of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it.
and the MIDI music.
Yeah. I think I saw this on Steam. It's just like that. Those visuals, the weird visuals, look familiar. Yeah, that's the music. It's like, at least like the weird visual style sort of works for it. Like, I'm not sure about the music though.
Maybe that's just for the trailer. Was that the title? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I may have a look on Steam.
From the developers of an organ harvesting game comes the Dungeon Agriculturalization Robot.
Wow.
The sealed and pure,
Yeah,
launching this
it's
March. Agriculturalize your
public plays
dungeon to
and,
nurture and harvest the materials you need, so you can head deeper into the dungeon to
yeah.
repeat
So
the
they
process.
worked on
Lose
the
yourself
Midnight
in this
Sanctuary
dungeon-nurturing game
and
farm to your heart's content.
I guess that's the organ harvesting game.
That was
no,
fantastic. Let's keep
they had
it
a couple
going.
other
Look at
ones,
the
but I'm
next
not really
big
sure which one of
title.
these it was. Forget Me Not, My Organic Garden. It sounds like the organ harvesting one. I'm guessing this will be Disgaea 6, because I don't think it had a release date yet.
It's there in the background. Probably not the Western one.
Yeah, it's out in Japan already, I'm pretty sure. It's not coming out on PS4 in English.
ディスガイア初代のディスガイアを作った時にはまあそもそも海外展開なんて考えてもなかったですし、まさか海外で売れるなんてことも考えてなかったんですけども、まあ、たくさんの
Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised at this point if this guy is still alive because of foreign fans. I'm not really sure how well it does in Japan. It might do fine. But basically, Nisa were like, oh hey, this Gaia 5 Complete sold really well on Switch. I guess we better just focus on that version. Maybe they'll announce a demo, because I know in Japan it has one.
So it sold 39,000 copies in the first week in the release in Japan.
Yeah. I can never really figure out how well a game does in Japan half the time, considering their console, their game sales in general can be all over the place. June 29th, so still a while away. I don't think it already had a release date. I couldn't
No.
misremembering.
Was just summer.
Yeah, okay, so it does actually have a date now. But yeah.
I can just change the Wikipedia entry now.
But yeah, it looks like they aren't changing it. It's just going to be Switch only in English. It seems really weird to skip out on the PS4 release.
Yeah.
That already exists in Japanese. Like, because Nisa are releasing PS4 versions of like more niche games. It seems a bit weird to skip out on one that might have a better chance of selling. I don't really understand.
Maybe the certification takes longer and it comes later.
Maybe.
But I would imagine it the other way around, actually.
Yeah.
That Nintendo takes longer. Because you have to translate the game usually. In
It
all.
does usually seem that the Switch releases are a bit slower.
Serious punch in the throat. The Gaia 6, Defiance of Destiny.
Strategy RPGs are about to get a serious punch in the throat with Disgaea 6 Defiance of Destiny.
Yeah,
Available
could
on
be
Nintendo
decent.
Switch June
But
29th, 2020.
I haven't really looked up impressions of the Japanese version, so I don't really know. Yeah, Gunvolt 3. Still haven't played the other ones.
長らくお待たせしてます。
Me neither.
Delay.
Delay. 順調に制作の方が進んでます。津田の方とですね、ガンガン作ってるんですけども、俺としてはですね、しっかりと作っていくっていう意味で、アクションディレクターを1人追加するっていう決断をしました。津田と一緒に、しっかり作れるメンバーということで、宮沢名人をですね、今回指名してですね、彼と一緒にや
Yeah,
ってい
the
く
Gunvolt games are ones I wanted to play for a little bit
とい
now.
うことでですね、
Kind of look like Mega Man Zero.
発売の方は2022年になりますけども、必ずいい作品にしてですね、面白いアクションを作っていきますので、皆さん期待しててください。よろしくお願いします。
ガンボルトギブスのアクションディレクターを任された宮沢です。稲船さんの協力もあって。
So the new guy, Miyazawa, already worked on Azure Striker Gunvolt, Mighty Gunvolt, Azure Striker Gunvolt 2, Mighty Gunvolt Burst, and Dragon Mark for Death Advanced Attackers.
Yeah, and
Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon, he was director.
yeah, he's worked on a bunch of indie create stuff already, but like now he's actually on like the mainline game, which makes sense. Yeah, the games seem pretty cool. Yeah, I'll have to play them eventually because there's like 3 mainline ones. There's 2 numbered, and then I think the other one's counted as a mainline one.
They didn't bother to translate the trailer. Well, at least at the end. 2022, okay, that's still far away.
Yeah, he mentioned before.
I was researching.
Beyond the path toward hope lies even greater
It looks cool.
Coming 2022.
Yeah, Switch only, I guess. Might get ported to other stuff like the other ones. And this is the Kowloon one. Oh no! Oh, okay. Nisa announcing the dungeon crawler I forgot the name of. I'm assuming it's Nisa publishing this, because it's by Acquire, I'm pretty sure?
The developer of Way of the Samurai? No.
No, oh, what's the name of it? They basically, they do a bunch of, like, dungeon crawlers. I forgot the name, because I'm Experience, that's the one. I'm pretty sure this is by them, because they have like a familiar style. Like even Deathmark, which had like a different sort of, like it was going from more of like a horror mystery thing, was still sort of like a first-person dungeon crawler-ish. They have a game coming out soon in English. I forgot the name of it now. Cause
Become an underdog.
Does it have an English name yet?
The deadly labyrinth of a
oh, it's Axis handling this one.
Battle to save the city in this epic 3D dungeon RPG, coming this fall to all platforms.
All platforms? Okay, maybe a few years ago. What is that? Ah. Is that the third game in Death End Request?
None that's been announced, but...
Oh, the stream's gone for me.
The games... was the first one gonna get a Switch release?
We never programmed any monster capable of doing catastrophic damage like that in World's Odyssey.
The code's going nuts. I can't make out what's happening.
Yeah. I'm assuming this is a...
If you don't come back,
Switch version announcement?
Don't give up, Sheena!
The game couldn't even run on PS4. It's like... you can see it sort of like going a bit crusty here.
what does the end of the world mean? Wake up.
Ah,
Yeah,
like you said,
this is Switch one.
And request for Nintendo Switch Now with limited run games and wish list.
Yeah, the game before this, it's by the same devs of Saviors of Sapphire Wings, which comes out this month, I think. Yeah, the dungeon crawler one. I forgot the name of it, so I had to look it up. Seems interesting enough. And this is... I have no clue. This sort of opening makes me think it's a Vienna. Oh, this is totally an Axis release. I don't know. A bunch of male protagonists. Probably a Otome game.
Yep.
Which Axis seem to have been involved with a bit. Is this one that's already been announced, though, is the question. Yeah.
Or more text we can't read.
Yeah. It's like, it's easy to tell it's probably like a visual novel game, because like, this opening has like no animation. It's just like a lot of the character art. That's mostly it. That is good though. But yeah, I don't know if this is something that's already been announced. I don't think so. Because like Axis had like, oh no, maybe this is something that's been announced. I think one of the things looks really familiar.
Stream is gone again for me.
It's okay on my end at the moment, anyway.
Maybe it was a mistake setting it on source.
Oh, probably. I just have it variable. Yeah, this was already announced for a release. Maybe we get a release date for it. No, just fall.
Okay, you're ahead now officially.
Yeah, you might have to refresh it to get it to sync back up with the
just did that
with mine. But yeah, that was one that had already been announced by Axis. I just forgot. Well, I couldn't remember that one specifically because it didn't have an English name, but it turns out the name's just going to be the same as the Japanese one, I think. And this looks like a game.
Beat your friends at a game of soccer. Literally. Guts and Goals mixes arcade-style soccer with beat-em-up gameplay that results in pure fun.
A Gutsy mix.
August 31st for all consoles.
What was it?
That's a Gutsy mix of genres.
Re-release?
Wasn't it already re-released? And I covered it even?
It's something new, yeah.
Maybe I dreamed of it.
Remaster.
Okay. Phantom Brave, what's that?
It's a strategy RPG that originally released on the PS2. It looks like they have not remastered anything at all. These are still like the low definition sprites from the original.
Yeah. But it was already released on Steam, I think?
So, it's been released on PSP, Wii maybe only in Japan, and PC. Oh, Soul Nomad. This was one I was never expecting to get re-released. Basically, in Europe, Soul Nomad, I think they printed like 5 copies of it, so it became super rare like instantly. But yeah, I guess NISA are starting to re-release a bunch of stuff, because they were showing this as like the first one. So I'm guessing they're going to keep releasing like their old games. Yeah, NES Classics Volume 1. So that's cool though. The part of Phantom Brave on PC is a bit not good, so
get a hint of what's in store with these upcoming releases.
So we basically finished on it. Here's a game that's already been announced and looks really crusty. But yeah, I was not expecting a Soul Nomad re-release, even if it looks like they haven't done really anything with it.
Well, the Pretty games look like on PSP as well, basically.
Yeah, they're all like standard def games that didn't get redone. Respriting them would have been really nice, like, but if it's priced cheap, it'd be alright. It'll basically be the easiest way to legally get Soul Nomad, considering.
So all of these have been announced before, probably. Poison Control haven't seen that.
This is all. Yeah, this was already announced. Yeah, so everything here, like they were saying, it's basically just here's stuff that's going to be released.
Oh my god, that title.
Yeah, just ignore the first part. Just go. It's Void Terrarium ++. Just the other bit, they like the games by this like dev for Infinity Software like all have stupid names and then like one name after that's less confusing. But basically, it's a re-release, like a slight update of a game that's already out on PS4 and Switch. So, and here's Samurai Wars 5, which hasn't really had much shown for it. But it already has a release date, unlike Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires, which is getting delayed. I like the art style for it.
Last but not least, we've got one more incredible announcement coming your way from
basically
our
over
friends
already.
at NGPX.
Another NGPX game.
Yeah.
Sunsoft present the final piece of a
Sunsoft, eh?
Haven't seen that name in a
Blaster
while.
Master.
Metal Attacker embarks on a brand new adventure.
03.
The side view and top-down action is more intense than ever before. Jason's third battle against mutant kind is about to begin. What new threats await him in a new dimension? The pinnacle of mutant blasting action is here!
Yeah.
Blaster Master 03!
The Jason saga comes to its epic conclusion.
So if this is the last thing, then there hasn't been anything too crazy this year. It's not bad though.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. A lot of new stuff for me. Not only the new stuff for you, probably not, but for me, everything was new.
Yeah, they did show a bunch of stuff we already knew about, but there was some decent announcements here and there.
And you can dive in deeper with these streams.
NGPX.games for all game trailers and
I can't remember if they're going to announce anything new at those streams afterwards.
Get into the stream.
Go beyond new, yeah, old stuff.
Stay right where you are because NT Creates is kicking off our Twitch stream.
Guess we're gonna see Blaster Master 03?
Possibly.
Or Gunwolf?
Well,
yeah.
It doesn't, yeah, nothing starts for another 20 minutes.
So it will be just a screen for 20 minutes.
It will just be the screen for 20 minutes. Or maybe like slightly less than that because they might have somebody briefly like say something before it, but yeah, that's basically the stream. At least the opening for it. I don't I think maybe some new stuff got announced during like the separate publisher like the streams, but I don't remember. But I'd say that's like the main bit of it done.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was only 40 minutes last time.
I think it was about 46.
Yeah.
Just around about a quarter of an hour. 3/4 of an hour. Well, we're also gonna stream a game after this one. The PS4 remake of The Fall. The Light, sorry. Because it's called The Fall of the Ray of the Light. Or something like that. It's really confusing. I might have to check it. And there's already a remake on Steam, and they're remaking it now for PS4, PS5, and Xbox and Switch. Basically everything.
Everything. So wait, what was it actually called then?
The original title in 2012 was The Light, and now it's called In the Ray of the Light, or In Rays of the Light, yeah, right.
Yeah, I just found it then and I was like, oh. It was like, the first time I searched it wasn't bringing anything up, but it's like, oh, there we go. So the original was actually released like
2012?
Yeah.
I think it's made by one Russian guy.
Looks like it, yeah.
Well, I like walking simulators, so should be fun. Reminded me of Fall of Light, I think was the title, an Italian game.
So sort of similar name.
No, it's not Fall of Light, it's a different game. I'm very bad with titles. Well, I'm just gonna stream it, and not gonna talk about games that I don't know anything about. But it was fun. Is there another stream coming up? Do you know of anything? I don't think so. There's anything scheduled in the near future.
No, so like events are all over the place now, even like digital ones. But yeah, as far as I know, there's nothing coming up soon. Like wasn't like E3 was supposed to be doing some sort of digital thing at some point, but I think even that, if it does happen this year, will be like a few months away anyway.
So the next will be the Tales of Festival, March 6th to March 7th.
I think that's a Japanese-only thing anyway.
Yeah, then there's a Monster Hunter digital event on March 8th.
Yes, which I forgot was actually coming this soon. The game does come out this month, so yeah. This one has info on both of the games that they're working on for the series.
I guess that's it for March. And Shin Megami Tensei Online Live 2021, probably again Japanese. You also have to buy tickets for it. Priced at 4,000 yen.
It's
What's
like
that? Yeah.
it's a digital concert.
Oh, okay.
And they opened up tickets to like overseas people.
Audiences?
At one point, yeah. But yeah, it's more of a digital concert thing rather than like a gaming like.
Yeah, musical performances centered around Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD.
Yeah, which is coming out sometime this year in English.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't think it has a release date, unless they didn't, I forgot, but...
First or second quarter.
Yeah, so... Still got a little bit to wait, because they haven't announced it yet, so... It's out in Japan already, and they have been patching it with some nice stuff, so we should have all that in the English version from the start. But yeah, gaming events are, even digitally, they're not like... There's not too many of them.
Even though I'm already mixing them up with the Indie Live Expo.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's returning this year. The last one was a month ago. I think I missed that. Yeah, probably in summer, the next one.
Yeah, they usually try and space stuff like that out a bit. But I don't really remember what got revealed for the last one. Players were probably there.
Yeah. Yeah, what we didn't say is that from 9 AM PT you're gonna commentate all of these streams that you're seeing here on screen. I forgot to tell you. Oh, people are already left now that I said that. I don't know if that's a sign. So maybe we change plans.
Maybe. But yeah, I don't remember if they actually have any like big announcements during these other streams. It's only spread out across like a few hours. Like yeah, it's like some streams are actually fairly long, but that could mean anything really. But like the NAS America one's like an hour, so there's always a chance they announce something else there. But
I forgot to mention in the chat, somebody was reminded of the Guardian Legend, whatever that may be. That's an NES game.
Yeah, for Blaster Master. Definitely, because it's like Blaster Master Zero is basically like it has like the side-on stuff, but then like the on-foot stuff is top-down. Well, the main on-foot stuff is top-down. It's like yeah, it definitely looks like that's sort of similar style. I still find the naming like it's kind of funny. It's like Blaster Master 0, 3. It's like.
The last semester 0, I can't even find that. At least within.
A Blaster Master 0.
A Blaster Master 0, okay. I'm done for the day.
Too many games to remember.
Yeah. I think it's better that way that the events are spread out a little bit. For my brain. To process everything.
Yeah, there's some decent announcements. I didn't think Axis would get the Dungeon Crawler, considering Nisa releasing the other one. The Saviors of Sapphire Wings. But
yeah, Gunvolt looks interesting. I might play the previous games as well.
Which game?
Gunvolt.
Oh, Gunvolt. Yeah. So 1 and 2 are available as like a pack on like PS4 and Switch and stuff. And then there's a third one that's like focuses on another character. And then yeah, there's like the like smaller 8-bit style spin-off games, which the guy that brought it on worked on.
Is the difficulty similar to Mega Man or Shovel Knight? Because I saw Yacht Club Games was also working on that game, on the first 2 games. At least on the 3DS, I guess. Yeah.
I don't mean.
Oh, they were just publishing it. Okay, the retail version. I didn't know they publish games.
Yeah. like for difficulty wise, they play a bit differently. It's like, did you play Mighty Number 9? I probably shouldn't bring that up, but
Sadly, yes. I even financed that, or helped finance that.
well, it's like it's sort of like kind of uses like a similar sort of gameplay style with the whole like it's not just shooting the enemies. There's sort of like a scoring sort of like ish system going on, or like in that game you had like the whole dash thing, like where you shot the enemies and then you dashed into them for like the heavy damage. Like it sort of has like a slightly similar system to that, but like more fleshed out, and there's like a lot of focus on like combos and stuff and dashing around the levels really quickly. It's like visually it kind of looks like the Mega Man Zero games, but like from a gameplay point it's like a bit different. But yeah,
maybe there's a demo I will give it a try.
I'm not sure, but the releases of them were a bit weird because like I think on Steam, like I don't know what it's like now, but I'm pretty sure one of the games wasn't even available on Steam for a very long time.
The first game is on sale actually, 50% off. And the second one as well. They're both available on Steam.
They're actually on Steam now, yeah. Because I think, like they're originally like 3DS games from what I remember, and then yeah, like it took a while. Yeah, so like Gunvolt 2 didn't come out until last year on PC. But yeah, they're definitely interesting games. Nice sprite work, which is always good. But I'm pretty sure, like, I'm trying to remember if in English it happened, but there is a physical version of the Azure Striker Gunvolt games. Yeah, so it's on Switch and PS4 physically here for the first two games.
Oh, the Striker pack probably.
Yeah. So
which is not sold anymore here. Only the PS4 version.
yeah. Funnily enough, on Amazon in the UK, it's actually cheaper to get the Switch one, which is very weird. It's not how things usually go. But yeah.
I don't even find it on Amazon UK. Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker pack.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh, I think it's probably being sold through a third party or something, which probably explains why you couldn't find it on yours, because it's like if it's only through third parties now, then yeah, depends on who has stock of it in what country and stuff.
Yep. There's only Knights of Azure 2 available, which is probably completely different.
Yep. That's a
Koei game.
Koei Tecmo.
Did Koei Tecmo show anything? Don't remember. In this stream.
Samurai Warriors 5.
Oh yeah, right. Very, very shortly, yeah.
I don't know if they showed off the Atelier Mysterious trilogy, because like that already has an English release announcement, and they did like a bunch of games that already were announced were shown. So, but yeah, as far as I remember, it was just Samurai Warriors 5. But yeah, it was fine. Like there might be some bigger announcements coming over the next like few hours for the other streams. I don't expect it, but it could happen. Yeah, it was fine. From the last ones, I sort of realized not to expect too much, even if yeah, last year was when East 9 got announced for English release.
Well, at least we got the Disgaea 6 release date. I'm falling apart.
Yeah, that's something else there. But yeah, that got announced. I'm still kind of surprised that they opened with the silver case, which is kind of a weird choice, but not the sort of game I think they'd focus on. But like,
yeah, I thought there would be a new game from Grasshopper. Maybe it's not ready yet. Maybe they had to replace that one.
I mean, No More Heroes 3.
Yeah, but there's probably a publisher, right?
Nintendo.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure are kind of involved with that one. At least somewhat.
Or the next Direct, maybe in 5 months. I think recently it was the first Direct that they did for some time, right?
Yes, for like over a year. So there wasn't a Direct at all in 2020. So been a while. I think some people weren't very happy with it.
Yeah, also with State of Play, I think they announced 6 new PSVR titles, but like on a blog post on the PlayStation blog, but not on a State of Play, so it's kind of weird.
They didn't announce it during State of Play, no. It was just during, it just drew like a bunch of blog posts in a single day after, like a couple days after the State of Play, so yeah, bit of a strange choice, but it is what it is. Yeah, the State of Play, people weren't overly happy with either, but there was the PS5 Final Fantasy VII Remake announcement, so it did sort of help with, I think people are at least like, oh hey, that's cool.
Yeah, some didn't like that they can't upgrade to the PS5 version with PS Plus.
After that, when they announced that, hey, 7 Remake's going to be on PS Plus, but you can't upgrade it to PS5 for free. Means you got to buy the PS5 version at full price, or obviously more likely just buy a PS4 copy and upgrade that physical copy, because it's fun that you buy a digital one after that. But to upgrade to PS5, so then you can buy the new DLC chapter that's PS5 only.
Oh,
I think that's the problem with it. It's like, sure, whatever, don't make it so you can upgrade for free, but the fact is you have to be able to play on PS5 to play the new stuff, because it's not going to be on PS4 from what we could tell. So
they're going the Rockstar way.
At least by then, I'd assume like physical PS4 copies won't be too bad. So even if you have it on PS Plus, you'll still be able to upgrade, and then just buy the DLC separately. Because it's like the PS5 version comes with the DLC, but it'll be really expensive. So I'd say it'd be cheaper in the long run to go the upgrade route. But yeah, it's just a bit of an awkward situation. Hey, you can play the Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale on your phones, you know, there you go. Which is an actual thing that exists.
Yeah, I was surprised as well about that. And also the collection of the previous games, Crisis Core and others.
Well, that's the thing. It's not like even a collection. It's basically like they're doing a more standard remake kind of 7, but then also throwing in stuff from all the spin-off games. So it's like, it's not even them just like releasing like remasters of these like other spin-off games. It's like, now we're going to combine everything into one game.
Which sounds like a lot of effort for one game. To combine everything, Crisis Core and the Advent Children, I think. Well,
they basically showed, like with the DLC for 7, they basically showed like a character that's not supposed to show up till later with the DLC, but they also showed a character from Dirge of Cerberus, that one third-person shooter that nobody likes. So very, very weird. But yeah, like that episodic Final Fantasy VII one does seem interesting. It's just weird that they didn't go the route of Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition, where it's like more of just a simplified version of another game. Like this one actually sounds kind of nuts, like what they're trying to do.
Over ambitious is the word, I think.
But it's like they're making a remake and then they're also making this other remake alongside it. It's like, yep, that's definitely ambitious and will definitely not be finished for a very long time. I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting because like it's even using pre-rendered backgrounds, like new pre-rendered backgrounds, to like emulate the style of 7, but like look a bit higher quality. It's really weird. Like, I'm definitely interested to see what they do with it.
Yep, me too.
But yeah. As for New Game Plus Expo, yeah, there's some stuff I'm looking forward to, but it's sort of be the case of like I won't follow a lot of them too heavily, but when it's closer to release and I get reminded of them again, I'll be like, oh hey, yeah, maybe I'll play that. Yep. I have a lot of like stuff like Blaster Master Zero and stuff. It's like I still need to like play the first games anyway, so I've got plenty of stuff to be playing before they release even more.
Yeah, the showcase gave us a lot of homework to catch up on.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they started it with a bunch of games that are already out. Like, I didn't think they'd do that.
No, me neither.
But yeah, it was fine. I think this like I didn't have the chat open because having the chat open would be a big mistake. But I'd imagine there's probably a lot of people just like complaining about it. It's like there's no massive announcements. Why not?
Of course.
It's like, well, it's not like a ginormous event or anything, so you kind of gotta temper your expectations a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, still a lot of cool stuff. I'm definitely interested in a bunch of them. I kind of been following Alchemic Cutie a little bit, just because it's like a sort of like a Harvest Moon-ish sort of game, but with like nice sprite art and stuff. But that got announced as a console, like as launching first on Xbox for some reason. Very weird, because it'd already been announced for like PC and stuff. So I don't really get it.
A last-minute investment.
Maybe. Unless it's just like releasing on PC like a week after or something stupid. But yeah, could be interesting. Lots of stuff to just like go back over for sure. Just like figure out what was announced and what, in case I missed anything. Just because yeah, there's like a lot of stuff packed into the 40 minutes. But it's just like yeah, it's combined with a lot of stuff that had either already been announced or already came out. So kind of like the weird one there was like the Gnosia one, because it's like releasing March 4th, and it's like today is March 4th.
Yeah.
The game's actually already out, so it's like I don't know if maybe originally the game was intended to have released like later, and it was like a last minute thing, because it's like otherwise you'd think it would say out now.
Today.
Like,
yeah.
So it's a bit of a weird choice. I have the feeling they've done that before though, so I don't know. It's just sort of a minor thing that I was mildly confused about, but isn't a big deal. But yeah, so it's some decent stuff. A lot of games with nice sprite art, especially on the indie crates side. But yeah, sort of just like I have a ton of catching up to do on older releases, so just delay the games or something, please.
Yeah, I agree.
Gunvolt 3 isn't even out until next year anyway, so there's that.
It's all the time I need to beat the first two games.
Yeah.
And it's not enough again. Time. Please delay it to 2023.
Especially nowadays, there's just not enough time to catch up on all the stuff releasing. It's like it's literally impossible to play everything. Even if it's just you're interested in some things, you don't have enough time for all of them. Like you kind of got to pick and choose now, and it's like
And even then, it's difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Like even if you just try and pick a few games, especially if it's like longer games, you're gonna have to narrow it down even more. Because like there isn't really, like even like dry spots over the years, it's still sort of like by the time those are over, you still haven't caught up with everything you've missed. So and it just keeps repeating over and over and over again.
Yeah, I still have to beat Cyberpunk and The Last of Us.
Yeah, I don't even own Last of Us 2, so I'll play it eventually, but I was kind of hoping they'd update it for PS5 at some point. But yeah, Cyberpunk I don't own either, so I'll probably play that eventually.
It's only €20 now. I was very surprised by that at Play Asia. With a Wusha code of a name of another outlet that starts with G and ends with U. It's not GameStar. It's not GameSpot.
Never heard of them.
Okay, so it's actually a one guy in the chair.
It is indeed one guy in a chair.
And a frog.
Well, it's about to be two guys in two chairs now. Basically, it looks like they're just going to talk a bit about...
They're not going to show it? Yeah, maybe some gameplay there in that box.
Maybe. Game's still a while away, so...
I thought there would be some connection with Steam, with demos maybe, but nope.
Nah.
nice hello to you. So as you saw from the NGPX...
Yeah, but the Steam Game Festival seems to be regularly now, so maybe there will be some new demos at Easter. Steam Game Festival Easter. You heard it first here.
I'm just like, I'm not sure how well those work now, because it's like there's so many demos, everything just sort of gets lost in the like mess of like hundreds of demos, and then the event just ends after a few days anyway. I don't know how well those events work now.
Well, at least for the bigger games, they have some pages up, but yeah, you're right. Most of the demos just get lost. Or you have to scroll over 3,000 pages.
Yeah.
But on Reddit, there are probably some good collections.
He's working right alongside the other directors you have in place, Keiji Inafune. And
Yeah, somebody else on my timeline mentioning that it's kind of weird that Axis got the dungeon crawler instead of Nisa. Who knows? Maybe Nisa are working on something big.
Probably.
Hopefully. They do have a bunch of games coming out this year, so.
And they have another segment here, so maybe they will unveil something.
Well, that's the thing. I don't remember if because like one year basically Cold Steel 3. I'm trying to remember if this was when Cold Steel 3 got announced, but yeah, last year they announced East 9. But I don't remember if that was during the main event, so I didn't really catch a lot of them live the last few years, so I was basically just like on Twitter, and it's like, oh hey, here's the big announcements.
Yeah, it's unlikely that they will show something that they haven't shown in the big stream.
It's unlikely, but it could still happen. But yeah.
So since Miyazawa-san is here with us, I figured there is no better person to showcase some quality Gunvolt content for him.
Well, I'm gonna check out the race in the race of the light.
And... I was gonna say, do you remember the name this time?
Yeah, I actually looked it up before again to remind myself. And yeah, you can join. You can just stay here on YouTube and check it out with me.
Yep, and I'll have to head off. Unfortunately, I won't be able to stick around for all the other potential announcements. Kind of stream was a bit of an awkward time for me, but I managed to at least watch the main bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna read up on it later. I don't think there will be anything major.
Yeah.
Oh, they're actually playing the game?
That's cool. It's nice to see that they're actually showing a bit more of this, considering. I see a little thing on the top right that's in Japanese. It's just basically like, don't take any pictures of it.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's like, too late now. I wonder if this is a demo they're intending to use at like events and stuff.
Well, they could have known that there won't be so many events in the near future.
I think the idea, like, I don't know, maybe it is for the stream specifically, but yeah, like if they're using this demo at other events or whatever, then yeah, but
or that they use that insert on any Gunvolt demo they've done previously.
Maybe
that's just a remnant.
Physical events to be happening still, even in Japan, for a bit.
Yeah, I don't know if there will be a Tokyo Game Show this year. Could be.
Could be.
But nothing earlier, I think, than that.
Yeah.
When it's EGX usually in London?
Oh, yeah, that did get announced.
Probably digitally.
But they're talking about it now. That this demo has actually been available at an event, which is why it has the little thing at the top right. Well, I don't know if they mentioned that bit specifically, but yeah. So this demo has actually been available at like one event.
These are not final English names.
Which is why.
So it's not new again. It's something old.
Seemingly no. I haven't seen this though, but it sounds like it's not actually new.
So we got the heroin Keating.
But it's kind of cool to see that they actually already have gameplay, even now when there's like, if it's like 2020, there's still way more than like half a year. 2022 rather. There's still way more than half a year before it's going to be out, but they already have gameplay.
Yeah, let's hope it's not just that room.
Yeah, it's cool to see.
But it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool to see like a sword user. There's like Sod being sort of their primary.
That you will see how those work in just a moment. Hi.
But yeah, I still need to play Dragon Marked for Death. I got it for pretty cheap physically on Switch, and I haven't played it yet.
So as you can see, you know, she can just go up and.
He seems to be having a lot of fun here.
そうですね。普通に剣で切ると、まあ一撃で敵倒せなかったりして反撃される時もあるんですけど。
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop the stream there. I'll have to see if they have any. They should have a bunch of recordings for it available on YouTube later. I hope. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, we'll have to make a list of everything that actually got announced just to remember everything. But yeah, looking forward to some of the stuff there, even if there's a bunch of it that either doesn't have a set release date yet or is probably just going to be like next year.
Yeah, maybe it's better in most cases that they don't have a release date that they can't keep or can't hold.
Yeah, I think some publishers are being a bit more conservative with giving out exact dates, just in case something has to get delayed again. It's like, again, like Guilty Gear Strive. That game was supposed to come out in 2020, then got delayed until like, was it April? Maybe it was April, but basically got delayed. And then, yeah, it's now coming out in June. Yeah, it was April something. But yeah, so it's like lots of delays there. I think in the case of Strive, at the very least, they are using the time to work on like fixing stuff based on feedback from the beta. So it's like it's nice to see that the game's probably actually going to get improved some more because they've already worked on it a lot. So I don't mind delay so much. It just puts it the day. I think it's the day. It's either the day before or the day after Final Fantasy VII on PS5. So
great timing.
Yeah. But it's whatever. It happens.
It won't suffer probably from Final Fantasy's release because everyone who wants to get it will get it.
Pretty much.
Okay, I think that's it for the New Game Plus Expo. Thanks for watching and see you the next time whenever there will be a digital showcase.
Yep.